One of my favorite effects in card magic that kills people every single time is the lie detector card trick that I actually learned from an OG Magic channel here on YouTube. The whole premise of the trick is that a spectator selects a card, they remember it, it's shuffled back into the deck, and then the spectator is shown 3 cards, one of which is their card. Those 3 cards are kind of laid face down on the table, and then you ask the spectator to truthfully tell you which one of those is their card. They tell you whatever, like it's the middle card, you flip that over, and then boom, that's not their card. Their card appears somewhere else. It's insane, it's amazing, I love it. So I looked around for card tricks that are similar to like lie detector type stuff, and I found this one. I did my own take on it, so check it out and I hope you like it. Alright, yo, so check this out for those of you who are curious. These are the Big Bang playing cards sent to me by my friend Bruce. They'll be available on Kickstarter on May 30th. And check this out, this is actually a kinetic deck. So watch the center as I riffle through these cards. You ready? Right, isn't that pretty cool? The link to them will be the first one in the description. Go ahead and check them out. Why are we here again? Yes, so I have this great card trick for you. I'm gonna start by giving the deck a bit of a shuffle, just something like this. And now I'm gonna have you go ahead and select out a card. Just touch the back of any card that you like. Let's just say this one right here. Take a look at it and memorize it. All right, hopefully you got that card memorized. If not, maybe I'll give you another second. And now hopefully you got that card memorized. We'll take it, leave it right around here. And you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give this tag to you. You can shuffle it up as much as you want, right? Fair enough, right? You touch the back of any card. You can shuffle it up any way you want. And I think we should be good from there. All right, so we go ahead and shuffle up this deck. Now, I'm gonna have to actually program this deck. We're gonna use this deck as a lie detector. So I'm gonna have to go through and program. This way we can kind of get a good feel on your abilities. So it's gonna take me a second to reprogram because I'm not excellent at these types of things. I just kind of go with my gut and hope that it works half the time. But that's not always the case. So we're gonna try this out and hope it works. Okay. I think we're good. I think. Do you mind just touching the deck for me? Just put your hand right on top. All right. I think the deck is synced up with you. So let me take a couple of cards here. I'm gonna use that. Just a few more, maybe. We'll take one more. Okay, that's fine. So we have some number of cards here, and the way to program this, I'm gonna put one card here, one card here, one card here, one card here, and can you just to synchronize again yourself with these cards because we already did with the deck. Just to make sure with these cards, if you can just touch the back of every card, perfect, right? That's about it. You touch the back of every card. Now throughout this trick. I'm gonna have you put your finger down on this, so it's like a the usual lie detector machine, but instead of hooking you up with every single card in the deck, I'm just gonna have you touch this spot right here. So let me do this. I'm gonna turn one card over. This is gonna be our solid card right here. We're gonna use this. Okay. Now what I want you to do is I want you to put your hand or finger right over here. Let me turn this around actually. I want you to put your finger right over there. Perfect, right? So finger right here. I'm gonna ask you a series of questions and you can tell me the truth or lie, it doesn't even matter. So you have your finger here, it's pushed down just very slightly. Now I'm gonna ask you, was your card a red card or a black card? And again, you can tell me the truth or a lie. So let's push right through. You said it was a black card, well, we'll see. See, you lied to me. You lied to me, your card was red. I know because, see, you lied. You see how that works? Okay. Now again, you can either tell me the truth or lie. Was your card an odd card or an even card? Push that card again. Okay, you see, it was an even card. I don't know if you lied or not, but it was an even card. Okay, let's do this again. So your card we know is red and even. Now in red cards, there's diamonds and there's hearts. So put your finger down. Was it a diamond or a heart? You're saying it was a heart. Well, we'll find out in a second. Oh, it was a heart. Tell me the truth. All right, very nice. Again, one final time, push your finger down. And now we already know your card is a red heart. So now you can tell me the truth or lie. What was the name of your card? 2 of hearts. Okay, we'll check this out. We'll find out real quick. All right, we're gonna know. There it is. See, it was 6 of hearts. You lied to me, but the packet found your card. There it is. Boom. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. To give you some background on this effect, it's known as That's the Truth by Harry Lorraine, and the baseline idea of this trick actually came from the man himself, Di Vernon, who originally called this trick Packet Calculator. And I came up with kind of a different handling for this trick that I'm going to be sharing with you during the tutorial. So a lot going on, but before we dive into the tutorial, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, grab your favorite deck of playing cards, and now, let's do it. Alright my friends, so welcome to the tutorial. Like I said, I kind of changed up the handling on this trick a little bit, so maybe I'll talk as I'm going through the tutorial on the original handling along with a couple of changes that I made. So anyway, all you need for this trick is a deck of playing cards, no setup required, but this, I would say, this is more of an intermediate to advanced type effect. So don't expect to get this immediately, but you can definitely start practicing it right now. By the way, what did you think of these Big Bang playing cards? Saw them bang in action. That's right, I know what I said. So anyway, for this effect, to kind of make it very unbelievable, you're kind of first have to do some kind of force. Now I have tons of videos on forces, and I'm sure there are tons of other videos on YouTube on card forces. But one of the forces that I love using is the classic force, which is kind of what I used in my performance. So all I really did was first give the deck a quick little shuffle, something like this. I quickly took a look and memorized the bottom card. I gave the deck a cut at that position. I held a break, and all I'm doing is spreading to that point and pushing that card towards a spectator when I ask them to touch a card. And that's a very, 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 very quick rundown on the classic force. So let's just say they selected, let's just go with four of clubs. That's a card I forced on the spectator. Again, there are a bunch of other forces, just to show you a very, very easy one. The card you want to force, leave that on top of the deck. Ask the spectator to give the deck about a cut about 1/4 of the way in. Then to give the deck about a cut about half the way in, turn around, and the first face down card will be the top card, which will be the card that you want to force, the 4 of clubs. So whatever you want to do, if you want to use a mark deck, you can use that as well. But you have to know what card the spectator selected. Once you know, you can give the cards to the spectator and allow them to shuffle it up as much as they would like. Right? So now we give the deck a shuffle, we get the card or get the deck back. Now this is where it gets a lot more difficult, because the original handling, it said is we're looking for now 4 cards, okay? And that's why it's difficult, because we want to control 4 cards to the top of the deck. In the original handling, what Harry Lorraine wanted to do was he wanted to give the deck a cut. So for example, when we get to the what was our card? Let's say it was 4 of clubs. But like when we get to the 4 of clubs, he wanted us to cut to this point, bring it to the back. But then also we're gonna find a couple of other cards and we want to cut them all to the back. So I found that to be difficult to do, honestly, because I feel like it's weird when people see you going through the cards and cutting and see you go through the cards and cutting. So for me, again, it seemed weird. I had a hard time trying to see how I can make it more natural. So the way that I wanted to do it was I wanted to use the cull, because the cull makes it very easy. And if you don't know how to do the cull, I have a tutorial. I'll put the link to it on the screen. The cull makes it very easy. So for example, our card is 4 of clubs, right? So the second we see the 4 of clubs, we're gonna come over with our hand in the back. We're gonna make contact with that card. Again, the 4 of clubs, make contact with the back. And we're gonna pretty much pull that card behind like this. It's here, pull it behind. And we continue spreading through, but every card that we put now is gonna be in front of that card. So this card's kind of in the back over here. And every other card we're putting is in front of this card. So it's very easy to move that card up to the top as you're spreading out the deck. Okay, so that's one thing that you will have to learn how to do, is the cull. Because this is a much more advanced version of the cull known as the Roadrunner cull, which I actually don't have a tutorial on my YouTube channel, but I will be putting up a tutorial on it on my Patreon very soon, sometime this month of May. But if you're watching this in the future, it's already there. So it's going to be my own handling of that of the Roadrunner cull. I'm not going to go into too much detail now, but real quick, this is how it works. First, you're looking for 4 cards. The first card you want to cull is a card that, let me look at the 4. Okay, so this is the card. The first card that you want to cull is a card that is of the same color. So in this case, technically the color is black because the cards are red or black. But so first card you want to cull to the back is a card of this color, but I would say opposite suit. So look for a spade. I see Queen of Spades first. I cull that right to the back, and you can see it's back here. The next card you want to cull is a card of the even value of, a card of what value this is in terms of odd or even. So if the card is even, you look for an even card, and I'd look for an even card of the opposite color, just so that not everything is black. So card of an even color that is, card of an even value that is this color. I'm having trouble speaking. One more time, here we go. Card of an even value, opposite color. So even value, opposite color, we have a 6. We'll take that and we'll cull it behind this card. So now we have 2 cards in the cull. right? So we have these 2 cards here. Sorry, I'm having trouble speaking today. I don't know what's happening. So we have those 2 cards. The next thing we're looking for is a card of the same suit. So we keep going, we come across a 2. We're gonna call the 2 now as well. And of course, this card will have to be in here. There we go. This card would have to be in here at some point. As soon as you get to this card, this is the last card that wants to be called to the top. So you pull that up, and now you want the cards, and once you close up, you put those called cards to the top. So again, going top down, you have first the selected card, second card of the same suit, third card that's even because your value is even. If your value is odd, this card would be odd. And lastly, a card of the opposite suit, but the same color. So we have clubs, and now we're going to be using spades. One other quick tip, if these cards are spread out not in this order, for example, the 4 is much closer up to the beginning, you can always come back to it. You can get those 3 cards first, so you can call these 3 cards first, move them to the top, close up the deck, and then you can just tell the spectator, I have to think a bit more and program this deck. And as you do that, then you can finally call this card and move it all the way to the back, and there it is. So again, if you have any questions on it, leave a what's that thing called? Leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to get to it. But then again, I'm going to have a full tutorial on the Roadrunner call on my Patreon that you can go ahead and check out. It'll be the second link in the description to join my Patreon. So we have these 4 cards on top. What you're going to do now is grab 6 cards from the top, turn it face down, and you're going to say, this is how the lie detector is going to work. We're going to need a couple of cards. And what I did in my performance, I kind of want to sync with the spectator, so I asked them to put their hand down on the deck so that cards can sync with them. And again, you want to kind of go with your own performance method of this, because the trick itself is good, but unless your performance is good, it's really not going to matter. What's going to matter is how you interact with the spectator and how you make them feel throughout the effect, or how believable or how well you sell the effect. So you're going to take 6 cards first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't count them out loud, that's very weird. I'd recommend you spread 3 and 3 and put them down. So the first 4 cards will be your setup. The next, the bottom 2 cards, they'll just be arbitrary cards. And then you're going to toss 5 more cards on top, and you can do that in any order. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. So we have a total of 11 cards. Put the rest of the deck over to the side. And now again, what I did was I kind of had them sync up with the packet. Completely optional of what you want to do, if you want to do it or not. But you can put the top 5 cards down in any way you want. Top 2 cards down. Have them sync up with the thing, do a handprint scanner, whatever you want to do. Put this back on top. And now you're going to outjog every other card, which is called an anti-pharaoh. So you outjog 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, and 10th card. You outjog all of these. And now just to make it a bit more aesthetically pleasing to see, I flip over the bottom card. And just like this, literally right in front of the spectator, I just tell them that, you know, I can use this as like I don't know, a stabilizing agent or a heart monitor agent or something like that. So I'm going to turn this face down and leave it here. Then I turn this whole pile face up, and I tell the spectator how the lie detector is going to work. And actually, you want to probably turn it face up end to end like this. So you're turning it face up like this because you're going to be pushing the cards from here first. So now that you've done that, the principle of how this is going to work is you're going to have them push down on the cards. And the reason they're pushing down slightly on the cards is that makes it easier when you're pushing the cards through. They'll come out much nicer on the other end versus kind of all over the place. So you tell them it's going to function like a lie detector. They put their finger down, and you're going to use that to kind of detect if they're lying or not. So you ask them what color was your card. They can either tell you the truth or lie. Again, from here, it's pretty much self-working, by the way. Put the card down, they push, they say, I don't know, they say it was a black card, which I think it was. And you can see it was a black card. You repeat this process again, turn the packet around, finger down. Was it odd or even? They say odd. Oh no, your card was even. You lied to me. Again, turn. Put the finger down. Was your card was your card a club or a spade? They say my card was a spade. Oh no, it was a club. You lied to me, you liar. You turn the other way. Finger down. What was the name of your card? We already know that it's a club and it's an even card. They say 6 of clubs, or whatever they want to say. And you're like, all right, well, there it is. Oh, sorry, it was 4 of clubs. They say 4 of clubs. And that's about it. Boom, you show them that your deck was synced with them and they can pick up on any kind of lie. There's the truth. Sorry, it's not there's the truth, it's that's the truth. Like I said in the effect, I'll be teaching the handling of the Roadrunner cult on my Patreon, so if you want to see a much more in-depth tutorial, it'll be on there, so if you want to check it out, it'll be the second link in the description. Also make sure you support... Okay, what the... Also be sure to support the Big Bang playing cards on Patreon. It'll be the first link in the description. The design and concept is so awesome that you need this. I'm telling you, you need this. Anyway, it was a pleasure having you here. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Deck drop.